What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Jenks and Hammer podcast. I am very depressed as the Packers have dropped two straight, um, pretty ugly losses. I'm pretty depressed over it. But we got a bye week this week, so Packers can't lose this week.
No, now it's
So
just it's just a week long of pain. You don't have a
why?
game to
No,
bounce back from.
I don't have to watch it. I'm good. I don't want to watch that crap show anymore. But week 5 in the books on the week 6, just like that, moving along. We got a good episode like we always do. We got our picks and then a little fancy recap at the end. So let's jump right into it.
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Jenks and the Hammer podcast, bringing you the latest NFL news and insights from the perspectives of two die-hard fans. So sit back, relax, and get ready for some football talk with Jenks and the Hammer.
And here we go.
All right, guys, getting right into week 6. The picks are here. So Hammer, right now, if you couldn't tell from the intro, is a little bit down in the dumps. Packers have not been playing well. Jordan Love had a rough game. I think he'll bounce back. I think Hammer does too, but right now it's a tough tough moment for Hammer.
I'm a basketball fan now. I can't wait for NBA to start.
Yeah, for those who don't know, Hammer's a Heat fan
Yeah, so they're good.
so there's actually something to look forward to.
They play hard every night, and I like the Packers, so it's exciting.
Yeah, the Packers had Preston Smith, I believe, lined up against Devontae Adams one-on-one on one of the snaps, and it's just like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. All right, let's move off the Packers.
Yeah, no, it's just a random moment. Anyways, Hammer did though have a good week on the pick side.
Like
He's now.
usual.
Let's see. Let's check these records really quick. Hammer is now at 51-27. So he took a big leap. This week was a rough week for my picks. Not good at all. I think I ended up going just over 500, but now I'm at 47-31 on my picks.
Yikes!
Which is very rough. All 3 of those underdog picks of the week that I had, which is like a little streak. I was like, the 4:00 games, I'm gonna have these 3 teams winning or whatever, and they did terrible. So all in all, a terrible week for picks for me. But getting right into the Thursday night football game, we got the Broncos versus the Chiefs. And for those who haven't been watching, the Broncos had a lot of hype going into the season with Sean Payton. They were excited, and they've done nothing. They have been terrible. So they're the only team they actually beat the Bears, and then in a very unconvincing fashion, and then they lost everyone else as well. So not a good season for them, but they're playing the Chiefs, and the Chiefs are going to blow them out. I just think it's going to be a terrible game for Thursday Night Football.
Yep, Denver's going in on a short week to Kansas City to get their butts kicked. That team is tanking.
Kingdom.
Sean Payton stinks. They're selling. Like I said, I mean, I feel like they're looking around the locker room after each game thinking, am I playing with this guy ever again? Because I believe they're selling, and they're looking around saying, hey, who's going to be traded? And I think these next 2-3 weeks, right before week 8, I think you're going to see some guys moved from Denver.
Yeah,
So
it's like a yard sale.
I got Kansas City.
All the
Big.
players are available. I mean, even Sean Payton came out and said, like, we're never trying to trade anyone, but if anyone wants to call, we're always going to answer the phone. So it's like they're basically just open to anything. They're going to be willing to trade whatever if the price is right.
Yeah.
Anyways, getting right into the next game. In
Bold prediction. Jared Judy to the Texans or Panthers.
I like the Panthers. I can agree with the Panthers there. I actually don't mind that.
Look,
Maybe the
but
Chiefs. No, that's in division though.
But I could see the Texans too.
The Texans aren't bad.
I know Nico. I know Nico Collins, Tank Dell. They've been playing good over there, but I think I don't know. You had another guy who's a little bit more talented than them too, has a different skill set. I could see it for the young QB who's playing fantastic.
Yeah, and they have Tank Dell already, and that's a good receiver core if you could go out and get Judy as well. Going right into the next game at Nashville, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Nope. It's London.
Across the pond. Sorry, I always forget these London games, man. Why we have 3 in a row? It's so weird. Anyways, Nashville, not Nashville. We got the London Titans in this game, actually. So across the pond, the Ravens coming in after a pretty upsetting loss versus the Steelers versus the Titans, who haven't had the greatest season, but they've had a few games where they look really good, and then a few games where
they play tough.
Yeah, I mean, they have Derrick Henry. That's kind of the Mike Vrabel offense and the team. Like, you're always going to have a physical team with Mike Vrabel. So they look all right. I mean, I'm not going to say they look terrible, but I think the Ravens come in and win after a bounce back from the receivers this week. I think the receivers actually learn how to catch football with diamond, keep your hands open, kids, because they were just dropping everything. So
Keep your hands open, kids.
I don't know. Everything's bouncing off their hands. It must be like this. I don't know what's going on over there,
yeah.
And OBJ is out too, injury yet again. So I think the Ravens can win this game with Lamar and Mark Andrews, but it's not going to be a pretty game to watch, I don't think.
No, I think this is gonna be an ugly one, just like last week was for Baltimore against Pittsburgh. I think this is an ugly one. I got the Ravens though, more talented team. They're playing a little bit better, right? I mean, right now, they're 3-2. Titans are 2-3. The Ravens are, I don't know, maybe a catch or two away from being 4-1 right now. You know what I mean? Last week was just a bad outing for that, receiving core, and I think they bounced back early in the morning, Sunday morning, against the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah, and then getting right into another great game, not great game, sorry, another mid game. We got the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So I'm going to go with the Washington Commanders here. I can't stand the Falcons and never will. They lost to the Texans, or they actually beat the Texans, which like pissed me off because they should have lost. They had a terrible game, and then they had Younghoe Koo come and bail them out. But I'm going to go with the Commanders here. I think they bounced back after that loss, the ugly loss to the Bears where they let up, how many yards? 216, something like that, and 3 touchdowns with DJ Moore. Just awful. Really,
ugly.
I have no clue how you even let
I don't
that
know how
happen
you.
with Justin Fields.
I don't know how you picked them after that, but
I'm doing it. I'm bouncing back. I can't. I'm never going to pick the Falcons. You watch this. You watch the rest of the episodes this year. Our picks, never picking the Falcons. It's not happening.
Even though he's wearing the team colors, baby. Oh, busted.
Not
For
by
those
choice.
Listening
Not by choice.
on Apple Podcast, Spotify, he's wearing
this
a
is
red sweatshirt with a
Commanders.
black T-shirt under it.
This is Commanders
That
colors
is
right here.
Falcon red.
Dark red.
This
is
Falcon
dark red.
All right, so
This is
I'm gonna
dark
go
red.
with the Atlanta.
Commanders,
I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons, the team that Grayson really does want to pick. I'm gonna go with the Falcons. The Commanders. I don't know how you can pick them after last week. Like they just got their doors blown off by the worst team in football on prime time. That was terrible. That was.
It was.
Terrible.
I agree. I completely agree. But
the Falcons are coming off a good win at home against a Houston team that's been playing well. You know what I mean? And guess what? It's at home. Desmond Ridder and the Falcons are good at home. Their
home games aren't home games. Their home game. No fans
show up. Good at
up.
home. Yeah, but they win at home. They're good at home. Desmond hasn't lost like a home game yet.
Desmond Ridder sucks. I hate that dude. He's a terrible quarterback.
I'm taking the Falcons. Taking the Falcons.
All right. I mean, hey, your choice. I respect it.
That's
Next game.
That's why I'm like +3 on you. +4, right?
Yeah. The gut's bouncing back this week. Anyways, going to the next game, we got 1 and 4 teams battling it out in the NFC North, and
woohoo! Let's go
NFC
North.
Hammer's rooting against both of these teams for this
black and blue division, baby.
But I'm gonna go with the team that I feel like aren't as many people are picking. I'm gonna go with the Bears here. I think the Bears come out. They're on a hot streak right now. They come and beat the Vikings without Justin Jefferson. Without Justin Jefferson is huge. He's the number 1 receiver. He's gonna be the number 1 receiver in the league every year. So I'm gonna go with the Bears here. I don't necessarily like picking either of these teams. If I picked the Vikings, I wouldn't love that pick either. But I'm gonna go with the Bears. I don't know. I feel like Justin Fields has another good game, and I think if the Vikings lose this, I think Kirk Cousins is on his way out very soon.
Yeah, I'm going with I hate both of these teams. I'm gonna go with the Vikings, just because I know the Bears. They had a good outing last week. I think fans maybe expect a little bit more. We're expecting a little bit more. Fields played okay, not bad these past 2 weeks. Fans are getting a little excited and all that. So I think they're just going to let them down again. And I'm going to go with Minnesota. Kirk Cousins is going to have a good game against that terrible Bears defense. And yeah.
You sound like you're just dying on the inside, just talking about this game. Just having to pick one of the others.
I shouldn't have even said anything. I'm going to go with the Vikings. Next game. Next game I think is the game of the week.
Yeah, this is probably the game of the week, even though you look at the records like Cincinnati Bengals are 2-3. I mean the Seahawks are 3-1, but I think this is a big game for both teams. Seahawks come out, and if they win this game, you kind of show that you are a contender in the playoffs this year. If you win this game, if you win it single-handed by a good amount. And then you come and look at the Bengals. They're kind of bounced back last week against the Cardinals. Who knows? The Cardinals are maybe that bounce back team for everyone in the league, but the Bengals look pretty good. Joe Burrow, I think, had three touchdowns, and Jamar Chase had 3 as well. So the Bengals, if their offense gets rolling, I think they're going to win a lot more games this season and bounce back completely. So I'm going to go the Bengals here. I think they're at home, they go out, and they smack the Seahawks in the face.
Wow. We were splitting a lot of games here. There was going to be this is going to be a week
swing.
where Jenks
Big
catches
swing.
up to me or maybe jumps me, or this is going to be the week where I really separate myself, from Jenks, and it's going to take him a couple weeks to catch up.
Faith, though.
I'm going with the Seattle Seahawks. They were playing more consistent football, better football. Joe Burrow's not 100%. He's not.
Yeah, he's not.
You saw what this. I know the Giants are nothing special. That offense line stinks, but we saw what Seattle did. 2 Monday nights ago against the Giants. They got after it.
Yeah, they kind of wrecked them, man. It was not pretty.
And I think the defense is going to ride the momentum. I think they're going to keep it up against Joe Burrow, who they know is kind of limited, who they know is not going to be.
Yeah, they'll try to blitz a good amount.
Yeah, as mobile. And like I said, Seattle's just playing consistent, better football. Cincinnati, we don't know what Cincinnati is anymore. Like every week, we know how they started. The past 2 weeks, they got wins, but it's been very ugly. They've been on and off. So I'm gonna go with the more consistent team right now, and that's the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, it's not a terrible pick. This game is a tough game to pick because realistically, the Seahawks did go out and blow out the Giants, but then you got to think about it. Every team's blown out the Giants, and also that they had their bye week. Who knows? Maybe they come out slow going into this game. So moving on to the next one, we got the 49ers versus the Browns. This is another game that
this game could be a little sneaky. Browns have the number 2.
Deshaun Watson is out.
But Browns have the number 2 ranked defense in the league.
Deshaun Watson's out.
Could be a little sneaky.
They're getting blown out. Not blown out necessarily, but
I know. But this could be a little sneaky. This could be a little closer than you think. I still think the Niners are going to win, but this could be a little sneaky.
They came out and blew out the Cowboys defense, who was supposed to be legit as well. So I'm going to go 49ers here. Their system right now, Shanahan's calling a perfect game every week. So until someone proves them wrong, and until someone beats Brock Purdy, I think he's 14-0 now as a starter for the 49ers, something like that. I think they're winning every single game until they're proven otherwise. So I'm going to go 49ers here easily.
Yeah, I'm going to go Niners too. I just think this could be a closer game than people expect because of the Browns defense, but we'll see.
Yeah, and I think the Browns right now, they're hurting. They're hurting, man. Like they lost Nick Chubb earlier, now Deshaun Watson. It's just a tough season for them. I think they're starting PJ Walker or something like that for this game instead of Dorian Thompson-Robinson because he came out and did not have a good game last week. So it's an interesting thing to see. Who knows, maybe that debut not debut, but his come out game for PJ Walker, he comes out and smacks 49ers in the face, but I just don't see it happening. So now we get into the real best game of the week right here. This is what people want to watch. The Saints versus the Texans, who the Texans have been a team that, everyone was hyping up before last week, the 3-game win streak or something like that. Everyone's like, Texans are back. I even said the Texans were back. I thought they were going to beat the Falcons, and they should have beat the Falcons until they choked the last couple seconds of that game. They scored with maybe, I want to say, a minute left. CJ Stroud hit a strike to Dalton Schultz, and it was a good throw and good catch. And they have a good offense brewing over there with a defensive head coach, which is something you just don't see that often in the league. You don't see a defensive head coach coming out with a very, very legit offense every week. So I think, I don't know, Tank Dell is going to be out for this game. CJ Stroud hasn't thrown a pick yet this season. The Saints defense has been balling out. Saints have 7 picks through 5 games. Saints come out, smack the Texans in the face at their house, and beat them. I think the Saints win big, and they prove to the league that they're back if Pete Carmichael can call anything like he did last week, which I really don't have that much hope for. I'm trying to be overly optimistic here, but who knows? Pete Carmichael could let me down, and I could be like Hammer next week, just complete down in the dumps.
I'm not down in the dumps. I'm a Heat fan. They're doing really good.
It's
you done? You done with the Saints?
Yes, I'm done. Yes.
What do you mean it's preseason? They balled out last night. We're healthy.
Yeah,
just made the finals. Good to go, dude. All right. Upset of the week for me. I'm going Houston Texans over the Saints.
Every week with this guy.
No, I'm not. I picked the Saints last week. over the Patriots. I'm picking Houston over the Saints. If you've been a real Jenks Hammer podcaster, you know CJ Stroud's been my guy coming out of the draft. He's playing good football. Houston's just playing good football in general. I get they lost last week, but they're overperforming, and not a lot of people thought they would be in this position right now. No one thought he would be playing this good right now. No one, Nico Collins, Tank Dell, who, you know what I mean? They're coming out balling. I think Houston is just this weird team, and I think they could bounce back and get a win. And I think the Saints, just like I said before with that Cincinnati and Seattle game, I don't know. I think the Saints are talented, but they're just not consistent yet to me.
Yeah,
they're
no,
not
I agree
consistent,
with that.
and they
I
have to
agree.
prove it. So until they prove it, I'm going to look at their games and be like, so I don't know. Houston at home, they've been good at home. CJ Stroud's lighting it up. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just, when I watch the Packers game and who the Saints play after the Packers, the Bucs.
Saints
know.
after this week, we play the Jacksonville Jaguars and
No, I
Thursday
know.
Night
But
Football in the Dome.
who'd you play after the Packers? The Bucs, right?
Oh yeah, the Bucs,
Yeah.
and it was
I don't
a
know.
rough game.
I don't
It was
know.
a rough
Green
game.
Bay. I don't know, man. Green Bay and Tampa. From watching both those games, they kind of moved the ball pretty well through the air. I don't know. I think Houston could do the same, but I think it's a good game. But this is my underdog pick of the week. I'm going Houston, mainly just because the Saints are just they're not a consistent team yet in my eyes. Like I don't know. Like I don't know what to expect week in and week out. Right? Is that not true?
No, it's how it is. That's what I'm saying. Is
Right?
Pete Carmichael, like you
I
have
don't know
no
what to
clue what the hell is
expect.
going on. So unless I don't know, if he calls like he did against the
Well,
Buccaneers, we're gonna be
let me
screwed,
ask you
but
this: Do you think you think Saints win, but do you think it's a blowout?
I think I think it should be.
Should
Realistically, it should be like what happened last week with the Patriots. But I mean, we're gonna let the Texans score a couple. Like
Yeah, I don't know.
the Texans have a good offense, but I think
But even
the Saints
Houston's
offense with
defense,
Kamara
man.
back,
But
Kamara's back,
here's my thing. People,
I think he
but
falls out.
the Saints offense stinks mainly because the play calls, right? Houston got a good defense, man. Like you saw what they did at Pittsburgh 2 weeks ago. Last week they held Atlanta
Yeah, I'm
low
not
scoring.
disagreeing with that, but I
You know
just
what I
think
mean? Like
that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know.
It should be this way, but I'm not sure if it will be. It just depends on Pete
Yeah,
Carmichael.
I get it. But Houston's my underdog pick of the week.
I respect that. I respect your picks so far. We're changing them up though. We're changing them up.
I don't think we picked. I think
And
we only
in
picked
this game,
we only picked the Chiefs, right? That's it.
Chiefs and 49ers so far.
Niners. You picked the Titans, right?
Oh no, and Ravens too.
And
We both
Ravens.
picked the Ravens.
All right.
So this is another game where I think we're going to differ as well. This is a huge game in my opinion. I think battle for the AFC South here right now. So this could be huge for playoffs.
You going for the
With
Colts?
Anthony Richardson out,
Wow.
Gardner Minshew steps in. Gardner Minshew.
JT's back.
Yeah, Minshew Mania, Zach Moss, and JT. Zach Moss came out and said, "Hey, whoa, JT, I'm still that guy.
Don't forget about me." Yeah,
I'm still that guy." But Gardner Minshew comes out, balls out, revenge game versus the Jaguars for letting him go. I think a year ago or
I like the storyline.
Continues.
I like the storyline.
Colts win.
I like the storyline. And I wouldn't mind that. I got JT in fantasy. My running backs are banged up. I know he's slowly coming back, but I'm going to have to start him this week. So hopefully he goes off. I'm going to go with the safer pick. I'm going to go Jacksonville, better team, coming off a big-time win in London against the Buffalo Bills. They're playing good football right now. I think they won 2 straight, right? They beat Atlanta the week before in London. They're going to relocate there after the year.
Buffalo,
And they just beat Buffalo. I think this is it's a division game. I like the storyline. Colts get JT back. I know Richardson's out, but JT's coming back. He's gonna get more carries, more touches, get more involved. But I'm gonna go Jacksonville.
I mean, I respect it. It's probably a smarter pick, but Minshew Mania is too good to pass up on. But.
All right, I like it. Are you going Carolina here? Carolina Dolphins? You're going Carolina.
No, I'm gonna go Dolphins. Dolphins right now they're still playing good football. They came out against the Giants. Tua threw that pick 6, and you're kind of thinking to yourself, what's going on there? Like, did he actually?
But
what the hell's going on there? But
they handle business. They handle business.
They came out and they still won. Devon Achan's gonna be out. I don't think it's gonna really matter too
much.
And
Armstead's out too for them. I'm just saying.
Here's the thing.
Panthers are probably the worst team in football right now.
Yeah, and Brian Burns,
you know what I mean? But
he's all right.
Yeah, they're the worst team in
But
football right now. But like, and Dolphins are banged up, but Dolphins are too much,
they're still
dude.
gonna overpower, and it's in the Dolphins stadium, so they're gonna have the heat on their side. I don't know the weather in Miami
Yeah,
right now, but
yeah.
that sideline, it burns up every week for the opposing team. So I'm gonna go with the Dolphins here, and what I think should be a blowout, but it might be maybe a 10-point game.
Nah, yeah, this gonna be a blowout. I got Waddle and Tua in fantasy. I got a Kane too, but he's injured. Sucks. It's one of my like 5 injuries. Uh, but yeah, I'm going Miami. They're been banged up all year. People forget too. Jalen Ramsey out. Didn't even, you know what I mean? He got
Yeah,
injured in training camp.
he hasn't been in it
You
at
know what
all.
I
Yeah.
mean? And like that's just another Pro Bowler, All Pro. You can add to that squad. They're playing amazing football. Mike McDaniels. I mean, the Dolphins are so fun to watch. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like my team's not playing this Sunday. Thank goodness. I'm sick of it. Um, but like Miami, I like watching Miami. Like whenever like my team's not on, like I'm watching Miami, dude.
Yeah.
They're a fun team to watch. I got a lot of guys playing in fantasy, and you just love the play calling. It's so creative. It's fun. That's just Miami sports. Go Heat. I just sneak that in.
I
Go Heat.
can't with
I
that,
can't wait
dude.
for I can't wait for basketball. I'm done with football.
Yeah, he's focused on other things. He needs to get his eye on the prize in this football season. So I think, the Dolphins come out like Mike McDaniel, like you said, like it's just a fun team right now. Like you see him on the sideline, he's got his gold shades on. He's like dripped
Yeah.
out on the sideline. And he
When
just,
he when was it week 3 when they played the Patriots when he's like running to the locker room at halftime?
yeah, he's
See
sweet,
that? Like
dude.
Tyreek Hill
Yeah,
looking back at the
dude, he
camera.
just
He's funny. He's a young guy and they're playing hard for him, you know what I mean? Which is what you want. Can't say the same for the Packers. All right. That's the last time I'm sneaking them in. All right. Move on.
just yeah, Emma, I know they're on your mind. I know you're just
It's
thinking about
because I'm
Aaron
looking at
Rodgers and his
me. I'm
glory
looking at
days.
me and I see the Packer flag in the background. I just gotta rip it down. Take it down.
Yeah, I know. It's all right. You'll get through it. That was me after the Bucs game, but things get better. I promise. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, we're gonna cut this segment real quick. We're gonna take a quick break, and then we're gonna get into the 4 o'clock games and the primetime games right after this. All right, getting right into the Patriots versus Raiders game. You got Jimmy G going against his old team here, and Jimmy G looks like garbage. I'm gonna be honest. Like 7 picks already through week 5. He looks terrible. He really does. And the Patriots on the other side might. Hammer said the Panthers are the worst team in the league right now, but it realistically could be the Patriots with how bad. And hear me out. Hear
That's
me
gonna
out.
be Panthers.
Panthers can score points. The Panthers at least can score points. The
That's true.
Patriots don't.
That's true.
They don't have a quarterback. They don't have a receiver. It's just garbage all around. Like the Saints, it was just a murder. It was literally a murder on the scene. Like tape should be around every single time that anyone fell on that field because it was murder. It was just awful. It was awful. And so the Patriots come out. Bill Belichick's on the hot seat for this season. Like he really is. And it sucks to say like, oh, Bill Belichick, one of the greatest coaches of all time, is on the hot seat.
No, he's not on the hot seat, but he might retire after this.
After the season,
He's not on the hot seat. I wouldn't say that.
if
They're not getting rid of Belichick. They're not.
if more of these sorts of games continue where they just have absolutely not, and here's the reason why. Here's maybe not as a head coach, but as a GM at least, because their GM, like as their GM, he hasn't done anything. He hasn't put up a roster that can score points. He hasn't put up a roster that's aggressive or anything like that. The roster looks terrible. So who knows? Bill Belichick after the season, maybe things are changing around in that organization. But
he goes on his own terms. He doesn't get kicked out.
I think he should. I agree. But I'm saying right now, like
He should
Patriots
retire.
fans,
All right.
Patriots fans and Boston media are like they're pissed. They're fed up with it because it looks awful week in and week out. So I'm gonna go with the Raiders here until the Patriots prove me otherwise. They're just a garbage heap in my opinion. And I'm gonna go Raiders.
Yeah, Patriots are not playing good football, like you said. I got to witness the Raiders Monday night. Jimmy G stinks, but damn, he looks good. Damn, he looks good in the black and silver. I'm going the Raiders, and I love Devontae. Next game.
God, dude, you want Devontae back so badly. I can tell. I see it in your eyes.
He's a GOAT. He's a legend.
I know. You're in a rough phase of the season right now, so you're you're dreaming a little bit. It's all right.
Whatever.
It's all right,
We beat the Saints. I don't care.
Yeah, I know. It's
I
so
die
upsetting.
happy, man. Yeah,
So upsetting.
Hey, if we beat the Bears and the Saints, I mean,
Rest of your season's happy. Yeah, you just can't lose to them at home. You can't lose to them at home.
Who?
Because that would be rough. You guys. You
No,
can't
we
lose to the
don't. We
Bears.
don't. We don't lose to the
I
Bears.
know. I'm saying though.
We're
That's
gonna
when
have
your
we're
season's
gonna
really.
have three wins this year, and it's gonna be Bears twice and the Saints, and I'll just whatever be
Nah,
happy.
I think you guys will be all right. You'll get at least
All right,
7.
I'm done talking about the
Anyways,
Packers. Forget about
anyways,
them. They're garbage. Hot
Lions,
garbage. All
your
right.
favorite team of the
I don't
NFC
want to talk
North.
about the Lions.
The favorite
Skip
team
it.
of the
Can we go to the
NFC
next game?
North.
Can we go to the next
Lions,
game?
Bucks. Let me do it. You don't have to say anything, Hammer. You don't have to say anything. Okay, you just sit there. Sit there for a second. Yeah, in depression. All right. Anyways, Lions, Bucks. The Buccaneers came out and smacked the Saints in the face at home, but the Bucks are still frauds. That's what they are. They're still frauds. Buccaneers come out at home. They're all hyped. The Buccaneers fans are gonna be back for a week, and the Lions come in there, blow them out. Dan Campbell is gonna come over, truck one of their head coaches on the sideline, do some random BS because Dan Campbell's just that guy. Dan Campbell comes out and they ball out. Ben Johnson's got him calling a reverse, what's it called? Flea flicker touchdown to Laporta. It's electric right now for the Lions, and I think the Lions come out and smack the Buccaneers in the face, take a win.
Yeah, Lions next game.
Yeah, you're done, Hammer. All right, I get it. Underdog pick of the week right here. Rams have screwed me over way too many times this week or this season. Rams, you got to pay for it at some point. Cardinals come out. Josh Dobbs comes out with, I think, a rookie running back, and Amari, I'm blanking on his last name. Amari something comes out, smacks the Rams in the face. Screw you, Rams. You've screwed me over too many times this season, and if you do it again, I just don't know what I'm gonna do.
I picked the Rams last week in an upset, and they let me down.
Yeah, Cardinals win here.
I think this game's gonna be a good game. It's a division game. I think both these teams. I mean, Arizona's 1-4. The Rams are 2-3. Not so great, but both teams are playing tough football. You know what I mean? Like, they're giving teams a run for. Like, the Arizona played San Fran better than Dallas played San Fran. You know what I mean?
They did.
The Rams, they lost last week. They lost to Philly in a close game. It was a good game. You know what I mean? Like,
this is gonna be a good game. I think people.
It's division, and these teams are just kind of overachieving a little bit. Maybe not Arizona, the 1-4, but if you watch the play, I mean, you know what I mean.
They're playing well.
They play hard, but I'm gonna go with the Rams here. Better coached. Cooper Kupp. Every week, man. Every week he's gonna get better and better. Back to the All Pro MVP level shape that he was in. You know what I mean? He's gonna get better each week. Puka Nacua. You know what I mean? The legend, the GOAT.
Yeah, poor guy.
He's
no.
he's doing good. He had a good week with with Kupp back in the fold, and
he still did all right.
Stafford's just Stafford, and
I think
it's a close game. I think the Rams win.
I think it should be all right. It's gonna be a good game to watch. I think this is probably gonna be this and the Lions Bucs game. They're the two best games of the 4 o'clock slots, obviously. And you look at it. I don't know. The Cardinals, I just think they're playing too well. But like you said, Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, it's like that one Step Brothers scene where they're like arguing with each other. He's like, "You're gonna call me this. I'm gonna call like." I just think that's such a good matchup for receivers right there, as for fantasy owners all across they're both getting the ball at a steady pace because Matt Stafford is probably the biggest force feeder in all of football. If he finds a receiver that he likes, he's gonna hit him every single drive. So if you got either of them, you're pretty much set. Anyways, moving into the game of the battle of the green teams, we got the Eagles versus the Jets. And theoretically, you go into the season like this was going to be a good 4 o'clock game, but so long Aaron Rodgers, it lasted 30 seconds this season. So Eagles come out, smack the Jets in the face in New Jersey. It's the Eagles all the way.
This game's going to be like a weird game to me. I'm going Philly. I can either see Philly blowing them out, or I could see the Jets putting up like a real fight and then blowing it.
Zach Wilson throws a pick or something.
Mistake at the end, like only the Jets, like miss a field goal. I don't know, bad decision, like kick a field goal, go for it, or dumb pick or dumb penalty. Yeah. It's going to be a Philly big time win, or it's going to be a Philly win and some, New York Jets play at the end that loses them the game. So I'm going Philly.
Yeah, no, it's got to be Philly all the way here. Then you got Sunday Night Football. Battle of the red, white, and blue. But on one side, you got a heavyweight. And on the other, you got a, what's it called? Bantamweight, lightweight, whatever the lightest weight class is.
Feather. Isn't it like featherweight?
Bantamweight is like heavyweight, I think. Yeah, featherweight. Something like that. I'm not a boxer.
Thing? I don't know.
It's the really light one. Anyways, Hammer, look it up real quick. Giants. No Daniel Jones. A terrible O-line. Oh, Evan Neal actually looks like he might be the worst tackle.
Yeah, featherweight is a real thing.
Featherweight. So featherweight versus a heavyweight. So this is looking like it's going to be another blowout for the Giants on primetime. Who the hell put the Giants on this many primetime games? Just messed up exponentially. This is a terrible, terrible choice. Buffalo Bills at home on Sunday Night Football. Bills fans are going to be rowdy, going left and right. There's going to be at least 10 touchdowns. So Bills all the way.
Yeah, facts, no printer. These games suck this week.
Everyone's just in a bad mood all around. Yeah,
This
these
game
games aren't great.
stinks, man. These games stink.
They should have, as soon as they saw the Giants play the Seahawks, they should have been like, yeah, get this game out of there. This game cannot be Sunday Night Football. You got to flex it out immediately.
These games stink. Giants stink. Going Bills.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so done with the NFL.
Bills win here. Bills win. Anyways, then we got Monday Night Football. You got the Cowboys facing the Chargers. This is an underrated game. Not a bad primetime game here.
No.
Justin Herbert.
They're going to light up the scoreboard.
Balling out. This is definitely, I feel like this is going to be a shootout game. Actually, it depends on Dak Prescott. If Dak Prescott plays like he did last week, then I think the Chargers blow him out here. The Chargers have too good of an offense. But you look at the Cowboys, their offense is supposed to be good. I had people all offseason long tell me, oh, the Cowboys upgrade on offense. They got Brandon Cooks. They got Tony Pollard coming back. They got all these good weapons. And you come out against a team like the 49ers and you just lay an egg. Dak Prescott 3 picks. And the CeeDee Lamb didn't even get 50 yards. He had like 49, something like that. So until you prove me wrong, I'm not picking you. I'm going the Chargers here easily.
Question. Are the Cowboys Saints 2.0?
What are you even talking
Think
about?
Think about it. Think about it. Hold on.
What if? Marvel?
No, I'm not what if. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Saints, Cowboys, both pretty talented offenses. Kind of underachieving. Defenses.
No, but they're not.
Hold on. Defenses maybe a little too hyped up.
No, I could agree with the Cowboys defense. Their defense without Trayvon Diggs. Without Trayvon Diggs,
I think the Saints are a little hyped up.
Yeah, I don't know. We have one of the. If you look at it, I think we have 3 corners in the top 10.
I don't know,
PFF
dude.
Rankings
Jordan
right now.
Love scored 17 points on your team in the fourth quarter, and the Packers stink.
Remind me what happened in that game, Hammer. What happened?
The Packers won
the game. Did a guy named Derek Carr get hurt right after halftime?
Derek Carr stinks.
Was he not up 17-0 before he got hurt? Did none of this happen in that game?
That did happen, but this is the best defense in the league. The defense got nothing to do with Derek Carr.
They were on the field the whole entire half. I don't want to. It's an irrelevant game. Packers are on a bye week. Steelers on a bye week. That's gonna do it for Week 16 picks.
I didn't even make my pick. I didn't even make my pick.
I'm done with your Packers.
I'm going Cowboys. Propaganda. Did you go Cowboys?
You're going Cowboys here.
I'm going Cowboys. Bounce back.
Oh my God, you are insane.
How am I insane? It's gonna be a bounce back. Did you hear Mike McCarthy, the Packer legend?
Mike McCarthy.
He hasn't left the building. He hasn't left the building since the loss. He's had the whole coaching staff there for like, I don't know, 20 straight hours after the loss. They don't get to go home to their families. There was a report about it. Mike McCarthy, dude, his work ethic is unmatched.
He's holding him hostage.
He is.
He's holding him hostage in the
He is. I'm going Mike McCarthy and the Dallas Cowboys Monday night, baby. Primetime football. Them boys.
No, you're not.
Look, I get it. I'm a little messed up in the head right now because the Packers. I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right. I'll let it be the death of you. Big bounce back for me this week. I think that's like 6 games we didn't pick the same team. So hopefully my picks go my way.
This is when I roll over you, and like it's gonna take you like I don't know 4 weeks to maybe catch up to me.
Nah, we'll see. I got faith.
We'll see.
I got faith. So
all I know is I'm not picking a loss this week because the Packers aren't playing.
Hammer, stop hating on your own team, man. Have some faith. They'll bounce back. It's only 5 weeks. Anyways, that'll do it for our Week 16 or Week 6 picks. Jeez, jumping the gun there. Week 6 picks. On the other side of this, we got our fantasy recap. We're going to be shouting out the winners from our fantasy football league. Let's get right into it. All right, guys. So getting right into our fantasy recap. Another great week with our fantasy league. Again, we love this league with all of our subscribers. It's been great interacting with everyone. We had our first undefeated fall this week. Nicholas Lewis, Rainbow Herbert, is down to 4-1 now. Oh, how the king has fallen. Then gloves didn't fit. He's still on 5-0 streak right now with
Thomas Brown 5-0.
And you look at the points for 679. He's blowing kids out of the water here. So I mean, he has Jalen Hurts, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Christian McCaffrey. Who let him get this team? I don't understand. Anyways, other winners of the week. You got Just Joshing with Forrest Fairbear with a 3-win streak. Hammer lost this week. Breida Broncos.
Whatever. I'm still 3-2. I'm still 3-2.
Yeah. You're still doing all right.
I'm
Better
third.
than me.
I'm in. What am I? Fourth place. Not bad.
Yeah.
Jake's is dead last.
No, I'm tied for last. All right. Watch it.
Congrats.
Watch it. Anyways, Hammer had a loss. Rude had another win this week. Breida Broncos, and then Paul had another week. Had another win. Kirkrade Cardinals, and I'm trying to look. Oh, the only completely defeated team won. So shout out to Aiden Davis with JAD. He actually won this week. You look at his points for it's pretty rough. 473. Mine's not much better at 498, but all around not great. And then the last winner of the week, I think, was Christian Diaz wearing number 0. And I'm trying to trade for Alvin Kamara for him. So, Christian, if you're watching this, give me Alvin Kamara, man. What's going on here? That's all I want. I'll give you anything.
I would do it. Alvin. Take advantage of Jenks when you still can.
I'm in a bad place in fantasy. I just want Alvin. That's all I want.
So I'm pretty screwed in this league. I mean, I have Aaron Jones. I have Aaron Jones at running back. He's been out like 2 years now. I have James Conner. He wasn't doing too bad. He just got put on IR. So that's awesome. I picked up Kareem Hunt. Hasn't done anything. Dude averages like 3 points a game. McKinnon is hit or miss every week. Dude gets 5 points that he can get like 17.
Yeah.
So my starting running backs right now are Gus Edwards, garbage.
Yeah.
And then I got garbage 2.0 in Johnson, number 30 for the Bears, running back.
Oh, Roschon Johnson.
Yeah, Roschon Johnson.
It's better than me, dude. Let me tell you why. He
got 1.9 last week, so I'm starting him. That's good,
dude.
But like other than that, I'm pretty good. I got Tua, AJ Brown, Amari Cooper, Kelsey, Judy.
Yeah, your team's fine, dude. Your team's fine. Get out of here. Listen to my team. I got Sam Howell. Sam Howell. I have Saquon as my running back, who's been out for the last 3 weeks or whatever. Khalil Herbert, who's now doubtful. I mean, I got Debo and Terry McLaurin, who did nothing this past week.
Laporta's
offenses forgot about him. Sam Laporta, Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers going out actually might have doomed my season because it instantly Garrett Wilson's value from up here just plummeted all the way. I could just go infinitely down. So it really hurt.
Yeah, but Garrett Wilson, he has been terrible.
Nah, and he might, but against the Eagles this week, I think I'm benching him. I'm putting Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas has been balling out consistency.
Oh, God.
Consistency is key.
You gotta start Geno this week.
I might. You never know. I gotta look at my team. But anyways,
we're playing each other, so
it's a big game for us.
This is the week where I bury Jenks in the league. Bury him.
No, I'm bouncing back from 1-4. I'm just gotta get to the top four. Top 4. Here we go. Bounce back season. But anyways, yeah, that'll do it for our fantasy recap. Anyways, like I said already, the fantasy season has been great. I mean, even though I'm 1-4, I'm still enjoying meeting all of you guys and the subscribers, and the league has been fun itself. So hopefully everyone enjoys another week of fantasy and this NFL slate. Hopefully a lot of the games are more fun than they appear to be on paper. So.
All right, that's going to do it for the Jenks and Hammer podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We hope you guys are enjoying the NFL season. I'm not. Fantasy team, multiple leagues, a lot of injuries. Packers are the Packers. But we hope you guys are enjoying the season. Hope you guys are enjoying the podcast. Jenks, any closing thoughts before week 6?
Pete Carmichael, you better do what you did last week. That's all I'm going to say. Pete Carmichael, better bounce back, do the same thing, consistency, and maybe you won't get fired. Who knows?
Okay.
That's all I got to say.
Probably not. All right. Well, with that being said, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok at Jenks Hammer Pod. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube at Jenks Hammer Podcast. If you watch on YouTube, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And have a great weekend. And we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Thank you for tuning in to the Jenks and the Hammer podcast. Remember to leave a review and follow all of our social media pages at Jenks Hammer Pod for more content. Until next time, who dat and go Pack Go!